Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We rewrite the rules. The countdown has begun. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can you hold on for just a minute? We just need to back up. I got to make a call.
What?
I got to make a telephone call.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right. I need our senator
Why?
because I just need him. I need to talk to him. I got stuff I want to talk to him about.
Well, he'll be on soon.
Well,
They were. Let me look and see if they're in session today. They were yesterday.
I'll see if I can reach him. Oh, no, I can't reach him on that one. Okay. Shiver me timbers and blow the men down. Are we or are we not going to get enough liquid stuff to put an end to the drought? And that, my lovelies, is but one question I have for this day. Others to follow. A disturbance, it was that, became a tropical storm. Announced as such a couple days back while a blob was moving parallel with the east coast of Texas, just inland of the Gulf of America, apparently fearing some sort of negative reaction should it actually cross and trespass onto that body of American holy water. It was, for just a few hours, a tropical storm named Arthur. Instead of hugging the U.S. Gulf coastline as predicted, it lost enough power to become the remnants of Arthur, and it moved northward with an easterly bend in its course, and it's now moving towards the east coast via an overland trail. We'll talk more about that shortly. Good Friday morning. I'm the severely challenged Rayford Brown, and this is Live and Local Real Talk.
Good morning and happy Friday.
Friday.
And it's Wear Red Day. Remember, everyone deployed. Red, R-E-D. And I am Lee Barrows.
Yeah, why are we wearing red?
Remember, everyone deployed. That's why you're supposed to wear red on Friday.
There are multiple reasons for us to wear red.
Yes, we do it for multiple reasons.
Law enforcement is one, in addition to our military deployed.
No, we actually need to have a blue day.
I don't.
That we wear blue for law
I don't.
enforcement.
Well,
Because red is for military.
Well,
But then and again, we have to throw our cardinals in there.
there you go.
That's right.
The Cardinals. Well, it's military, and there are some remnants there that talk about the law enforcement on Red Fridays. So the current situation with the remnants of Arthur. The latest information from the National Hurricane Center, which is tracking it simply because it was a tropical storm and is making its way toward the Atlantic Ocean, and no one seems to know anything after that. We'll wait really for the 8 a.m. update for the latest information. But the weather radar that we're looking at this morning is, it's a fairly clear, as far as we are concerned, so a fairly clear picture. There's a line of stuff coming from Georgia all the way up, bending inland from where we are, and then circling back around and coming out into the ocean just off Washington, D.C. and Maryland area up there. So there's this whole line. There's nothing really severe in this line of storms. It's kind of narrow, but the way it's going right now, we here in Jacksonville, kind of hoping for some rain. We're going to be in one of those little narrow parts of the band. So it won't last a long, long time. Hopefully we'll get some decent water out of it. That was what we've all been hoping for.
Right.
So anyway, you had your busy day, your other duties yesterday.
Yes, I did.
And had to go travel a highway
258.
which became a 2-lane parking lot.
Yes.
Just
Just got out of Anzo County into Jones County, about 3-4 miles into Jones County, and traffic came to a standstill. There was a terrible head-on collision,
Yeah.
and it completely blocked the road. And I found myself in a long line of vehicles. And unfortunately, I couldn't make a U-turn because there was vehicles on the other side that
Which
it crept up.
Just don't get.
It's crazy, but
You get to a dead stop in the roadway,
right.
and you decide, hey, I'm smart enough. It's a 2-lane road, and you pull into the oncoming lane of traffic,
Hey.
and just you can't see any way to get in, and you move forward. What are you thinking is going to happen? Somebody's going to pull over and back up and let you in?
Well, after about 25 minutes of sitting there, this man came walking up from the scene of the wreck. And I asked him, do you think there's a chance the road's going to open soon? He said, definitely not. And while I was sitting there, we were getting emergency services, but they were coming from Onslow County.
How were they getting there? Both lanes were blocked.
Well, this was before the lanes became blocked.
Before the idiots.
So, a fire truck from Richlands, and then you could see volunteers in their personal vehicles coming up. I never saw EMS. They could have been on the other side, but it was kind of, I must have got there right after it happened. I don't know, but I'm sitting there and emergency services are just then starting to show up. And my understanding later after checking was that they flew in 1, possibly 2 helicopters, life flights. But when I was able to get turned around, I had to go back to Onslow County and take back roads through Richlands to make my way back to Goldsboro. So I lost about 30, 35 minutes or more. But, it's tragic. And that section of highway is so dangerous. And coming back last night, I came 258 off of Highway 70. I turned onto 258 heading back to Jacksonville. And I set my speedometer. I set my 55 because that's such a bad highway. And I had one car come up and passed me and whoever was behind me at a high rate of speed. And I'm thinking, if you'd seen what had happened 4 hours earlier, you wouldn't be doing it. But
yeah, they would, because they're stupid.
Stupid people. Stupid.
You guys need to. You need to learn to get some manners and some traffic experience.
But you know what's sad is you need from what the witness said, because he was right behind it and was almost involved in it. He said it appeared to him, which I know he has no way of knowing for sure, that the driver had fallen asleep. It could have been a medical emergency. It could have been anything. But just in an instant, he crossed that line and hit that other car head on.
You can distracted driving. You can reach over for your baby's pacifier that fell out of the mouth. You can reach down there because a bee is in the car. I mean, to draw a conclusion that maybe he fell asleep. Nah, you don't want to play.
I got thinking about it, because vehicles nowadays, they have these smart dashboards, and if you have the internet radio, I mean, you reach over, you're hitting buttons all the time. You have a big screen up there. You reach over to hit a button to change something. You've taken your eyes off the road just for that split second.
Yep.
That could be all it takes.
Yeah.
And I was trying to listen to the ceremony for the major, which I watched it again later. But, every now and then, if you're listening on YouTube, it goes to a commercial. I just had to let it play because I wasn't going to mess with any dials, anything. No. But what a ceremony.
Cool.
I was crying. I know y'all were crying watching it. I mean, it just tugged at my heart. He was dressed in full uniform.
He was
every medal he's ever had on that uniform.
Spit polish and ready to shine.
I know that uniform jacket had to weigh an extra 50 pounds with all those medals.
Yeah, all the stuff on
and
it for sure.
I saw some of our people, Frank Roberts, who's been very instrumental in helping the major. Ike Johnson was there, saw him, saw some of the major's family there. It was so heartwarming. Now, I put the link last night on our page. You can go back and rewatch it. And there's also at 10 o'clock this morning, in the links on our page, where he will be going to the Pentagon, and there will be a ceremony there to put his name on the Wall of Honor in the Pentagon.
That's good.
So,
That's good.
well deserved.
And what is now known as Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Yep, you've heard of Juneteenth.
Yes.
It's today.
That's right.
On June 19th, this date, 1865, the war was over. Civil War had ended in April. And Union soldiers, they finally made it all the way to Galveston, Texas. It took from April until June 19th, to get the word everywhere that the war was over and slavery was ended.
Right.
That was the news that these soldiers took towards the West, and they made it all the way to Galveston by June 19th. Slavery in the United States was abolished officially. It was abolished earlier, but the war was going on and it didn't happen. A mix of June and 19th, Juneteenth has become a day to commemorate the end of slavery in America, which was made official by the adoption of the 13th Amendment, despite the fact that President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was issued more than 2 years earlier, issued on January 1st, 1863. A lack of Union troops in the rebel state of Texas made the order kind of difficult to enforce. Some historians blame the lapse in time on poor communication in that era. Radios did not exist, telephones didn't work too well, still don't, while others believe Texan enslavers purposely withheld the information. Ultimately, few were willing to grant enslaved people their freedom without authorities present to mandate that they do it. Upon arrival and leading the Union soldiers, Major General Gordon Granger announced General Order Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. The slaves, were considered at that point in time employees if they so chose to stay and work. They were to be paid accordingly. A lot of people forget that part, and a lot of slaves chose that. What were they going to do? Where were they going to go? They worked out deals oftentimes to become sharecroppers of the future, and that was part of what occurred. And that was going on in the 1900s. I mean, in the mid 1900s for sure, 1950s and 60s. I knew of sharecroppers down in South Carolina. That was kind of a thing. They lived on the property. They shared and the profits from the sale of whatever they were raising, whatever work they did. So that was just part of their lives.
And just for those, remember now, it is a holiday. The city and the city offices are closed. I think county offices are closed too. So, but there is a special program tonight at Riverwalk Park Crossing, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Bring your umbrellas just in case.
Yeah.
Juneteenth Unity Fest, celebrating freedom for all. They will have a DJ, live music, performances, food trucks, and vendors. So that's 4 to 8 p.m. at the Riverwalk Park Crossing. And I know there's some other activities through the day, but I've not been able to find those yet and be able to. If I find any more, I'll let you know. But I know on Sunday, Onslow County Parks and Recreation is also having an event. And that's at 5 p.m. on Sunday. It's the Onslow Civic Affairs Committee and Onslow County Parks and Recreation. They will have music, art, food, vendors, family-friendly games, cultural performances, and educational programs. Events are open to the public.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay. Let's see. What else we got cooking? How about let's do the weather.
The current
Possibly
weather.
changing marine forecast. The remnants of
True.
Arthur approaching today are bringing a strong surge of southwesterly winds and elevated seas. That's what they're saying. Gale warnings and small craft advisories are in effect in many places. There's also a risk of thunderstorms, bringing some gusty winds and waterspouts. Waterspouts are tornadoes in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line, stay ashore.
They usually have sharks in them too.
Oh, God. Today, out to 60 nautical miles, you have no business going there. Gale warning is in effect through this afternoon. Stay home. Southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 this afternoon. Gusts up to 35 knots. Seas 5 to 7 feet until they get bigger. They're building 7 to 10 this afternoon. Near shore, seas 4 to 6 feet, building to 5 to 8 in the afternoon. Sounds and rivers rough, becoming very rough this afternoon. There's a chance of thunderstorms. Showers are likely. Northeasterly winds tomorrow, 5 to 10 knots, becoming easterly in the afternoon. What a difference a day makes. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers just a light chop. Sunday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
And today, Friday, special Juneteenth day. Showers and thunderstorms, high near 87. South wind 6 to 11 miles per hour, increasing 12 to 17. And winds could gust as high as 28 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is at 100%. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a low around 66. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 89. And Sunday, sunny with a high near 93.
Okay, we'll bring in the 8 o'clock advisory update on the remnants. This looks like a kidney formation, but as of 2 o'clock this morning, the thing known as Arthur, formerly, is centered over Mississippi on the border of Louisiana, and it's moving towards the east-northeast, and it's going to go overland, and we're going to get some showers and stuff later today, and then it will go offshore. But this is an older advisory from 2 o'clock this morning, so the next one's coming up at 8 o'clock. We'll bring you all of that when we get around to it.
Right.
Our ham radio friends around the area, scattered around the area this morning, some of them are sleeping in, I think.
I think so too. Well, I don't blame them.
I don't blame them at all. Lee, of course, over in the woodlands, first thing, 77 degrees this morning, 80% humidity, 29.87 inches of mercury, and it was falling. Now, that means here comes the rain, likely. She had no wind and 0.01 inch of something in the rain gauge. I think a bird just perched on top of your rain gauge there for a while. Richard over in Jones County had 77 degrees, 84% humidity, 29.88 inches of mercury. South-southwesterly wind, very light, about 4 miles an hour. He said it was cloudy. Dale checked in from Riverbend this morning, 76 degrees, 90% humidity, 29.76 inches of mercury. Calm, and of course, no water falling. Over in Cedar Point, Ward, 79 degrees, 91% humidity, and 29.95 inches of mercury and falling. West-southwesterly wind, 3 to 5 miles per hour. And Craig, he's also waiting for the rain. Craig and Rich Lance trying to get his car. He had a recall on his car this morning. So he's out there at the car dealer waiting. That's the way to do it. Get an early start.
That's right.
So 76 degrees there in Richlands, partly cloudy, no wind, and he has a trace of rain on the ground, I guess. Bill and Catherine's Lake. They found Red October. It's in Catherine's Lake. They're waiting for it to appear. It's 80 degrees there, overcast, and pretty humid. Joe, our buddy from Swansboro,
Yes.
he got lost.
I didn't
He got
hear
really
him.
lost. He's in New York. He's in Auburn, New York, where it's 63 degrees and clear.
He must be up there close to the state line up there.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't because I have family that lives in Binghamton and their weather runs like ours
Well,
as far as heat.
I don't know. I think he's a higher elevation or
He
something.
must be. He must be.
Anyway, he's going to go from Auburn to Albany to Swansboro.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's going to be the way it goes.
And yes, most Onslow County offices are closed today in observance of the Juneteenth holiday. Onslow County Government Center, Senior Services, Consolidated Human Services, Landfill, Animal Service Shelter, library branches, and the Onslow County Museum are all closed today. So if you have any business with a county department, you might want to check first. But our city offices and our county offices today, and there is no yard waste pickup in the city this week.
That's right. I got a lot to give them.
That's right. Next week, load them up.
Yep.
Load them up.
We kind of talked in circles as best we could yesterday without saying too much about a sad case of an elderly Swansboro woman who's been missing since last October. No real traces have turned up, leaving friends and family with more questions than authorities can actually answer. Now, such disappearances are hard to investigate because there are people who just drop out from society on a regular basis. The older they get, when they get to be in the 80s, that gets to be of some concern, obviously. One thing, adults do not have to account for their whereabouts to their friends, their relatives, or in most cases, authorities. It's your business. You can do what you want to do. Do it your way, if that's what you want to do. Police can and do investigate when such disappearances are suspicious, especially if foul play seems to be involved. The Guthrie case in Arizona, a prime example, included video that certainly pointed to foul play being involved. That's the reason, number one, it got a whole lot of attention. Number two, because of the notoriety. In the case of Katie Hyatt in Swansboro, 84 years of age, information and physical evidence gathered since her disappearance had authorities convinced that foul play was possible. That's what they said.
Yep.
Monday, this week, human remains were found in a storage locker in Cape Carteret, just a few miles from Ms. Hyatt's Swansboro home. Those remains were sent to the North Carolina Medical Examiner's Office for positive identification and hopefully the cause and manner of death. Swansboro Police and the State Bureau of Investigation are jointly working the case. Detectives have interviewed individuals close to Ms. Hyatt and no doubt will have more questions once a report comes from the medical examiner.
I think Kelly and I should get our group together, get our outfits out and load up tonight and head for where they think the thugs may be.
They don't know who
taking baseball bats.
They don't know who the thugs are.
Oh, no.
Things can change, and you might be surprised in this case. You might be completely surprised in this case. You do not know. Been seen several cases like this. One of them happened in the Swansboro neck of the woods in the Hubert area back in the 70s. The call came out early one morning and went to this very nice home there. I think was it Quail Haven, something like that.
Quail Haven, yeah.
Anyway, very nice home.
I remember Quail Haven.
Nice home. And the body of the homeowner, Ms. Letson, was on a bed, had a plastic bag around her head, and she was face down dead. I know because I was there. And her daughter, who was in her, I guess, 50s, had a broken leg, and she was in a recliner in the living room. She had been shot in the head. Her leg was in a cast, propped up.
I remember this story. I've heard you tell it. Yes.
There was a man who was there, had a gunshot wound in his thigh. It was the lady who had been killed in the chair, her son, the grandson of Ms. Letson.
Right.
And he was an ex state trooper because he had been fired for stealing money from a fund. And his name was Thurman Strickland. But he was there. And he was transported towards the hospital when law enforcement started talking with a handyman
Right.
who was found. He managed to he was locked in a closet, tied up or handcuffed, I can't remember which.
Yes.
And he managed to break free when everything was breaking loose. And he got to a phone. This is before cell phone days, but he got to a phone, and he's the one who called the police, the sheriff's office. And he told a different story than the story that Mr. Strickland was telling. Mr. Strickland was telling that he had been kidnapped by some thugs, forced to drive to the house to get money that he supposedly knew his grandmother kept stashed at the house. That's why he was there, according to him. That tale unraveled very quickly as soon as they started talking with what they called the handyman. A live-in handyman took care of the stuff for the elderly ladies. Deputy took off after the rescue unit pulled it over and took Mr. Strickland into custody. He was found guilty of 2 counts of murder.
Yes.
His turns out it looked like he was coming to there to I don't know whether he was going to kill him in the beginning or not, but he had 5 gallons of gasoline in the trunk of his car.
I remember that now.
He was going to set fire to the house after he suffocated her. He suffocated his grandmother.
Oh.
Okay. Plastic bag around her head. Suffocated her.
This dog.
He was dumb enough to think it was going to look like a fire, suffocation under fire. No, well, even then, doing a thorough exam, that's not what it would have been. But anyway, they found lots of evidence. I got some disgusting photographs again for the crime scene.
Shockwave.
And it was not a pretty scene. And that's another one. But he was convicted.
Right.
But the story that started was not the story that turned out to be. That's the point.
I have my opinions.
I know everybody does.
On what has happened, and
everybody does. So we'll wait and see.
Body that could possibly be, and my thoughts on it all. But I will hold it until the investigation is completed. No
need of you and Kelly running down with your axes.
No, we're going. We're going tonight, Kelly.
No,
we're going to find those. I have my opinion, and I have heard different things. I'm not going to go into any of that, but yeah, I have. In fact, I'll write it down, put it in an envelope, seal it, throw it under the laptop, and a couple months from now, when they come out with the results, let's see how close.
I know what the results are going to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying too.
But you can't go arresting on knowing without proof.
Well, I know that, Rayford, but I'm just saying I'm gonna.
You're a vigilante. That's all you are.
That woman, if it's her, did not deserve any of that.
Nope.
And it makes me so mad. And it's kind of parallel, in my opinion, to the Nancy Guthrie case. And I hope someday they'll be able to find her remains to give the family peace and closure over that.
Well, that one's going to be tough. That is a big area there and lots of sand.
Sure is.
That's going to be the big hit. Before we get going here, continued, I'm getting a little more than a little bit tired and ticked off with the bullies in a country known as Iran. Our government has been more than tolerant with the murders of American troops, attacks on American troops, attacks on commercial ships, and the little bums planting explosive mines throughout the Strait of Hormuz. That waterway is the primary method that ships get supplies and goods and oil to not only the United States, but countries around the world. Numerous ceasefires have been tried time and time again. Iran accused the United States of violating the ceasefires when we dared take out launching sites and radar installations every time they launch missiles and drones towards U.S. troops stationed in other countries. Iran, during these so-called ceasefires, launched missiles into Israel, an ally of the United States. Now, with a new ceasefire agreement and an agreement between the United States and Iran to work out a peace agreement, which they've done to be signed supposedly, maybe, not likely, ships have begun sailing through the Strait of Hormuz again. That's the good part. The United States' primary demand calls for assurances that Iran will surrender nuclear material and equipment used for military purposes. The U.S. includes demands that we can verify that Iran will abide by these terms. There are any number of considerations the United States will agree to. Some I don't like. Some are those things that are kind of you got to do. Some are known. Some are being worked out. But while all of this is happening, the gall of this nation of thugs is a bit irritating to me. No one doubts that the United States could eliminate all military and government operations in that country in short order. Obviously, that's not the way we want to do it. But when the little pukes start making threats against us while we are the ones negotiating the peace agreement that will make Iran a better place for its citizens, I'm unhappy. Tehran's lead negotiator, I'll call him an agitator, and this whole thing is trying to save face, trying to look tough. He's a bully. He said that if there is any breach in the agreement, meaning the United States breaches the agreement, or any additional demands made, that the United States will get an even harder slap, his words, than it got the first time. The exact quote, "Tell me if I'm wrong when I get ticked off. In the event of bad faith," he said, "breach of contract, and excessive demands by the opposing side, we have no hesitation in delivering a crushing response to the enemy." He then said that the United States was once slapped during the war and they would do it again. If, he continued, if they wish to tread that path again, they will receive an even harder slap. Okay, people.
What have we been
There's
saying,
something
Rayford?
in me that wants to tell this guy to bring it on. Make my day.
Haven't I just said the last week? Just don't even talk about it. Nothing's going to happen.
Actions.
There's not going to be peace.
No, there will be.
Well, J.D. Vance canceled his trip yesterday. Why? Because Israel started bombing yesterday.
Well, they were bombing Lebanon. They were going after
There's
Iran.
bombing every
They went
day.
after Hezbollah in another country.
All during
That's an
this
excuse.
ceasefire,
That's
there's
just-
been bombing back and
There's
forth.
just an excuse for
This
them.
is just. But thank goodness gas is coming down.
For the temporary part.
$3.35 yesterday. I paid.
Yeah. Well, you better go load up.
$3.35 yesterday. I paid.
Did you know I counted in one photograph 48 ships at anchor in the Strait of Hormuz,
I don't
waiting to
doubt it.
pass through about 2
Don't
weeks
doubt
ago. There was an aerial drone photograph, an aerial photograph, and that was not the whole picture, of course. But that was that segment of there were 48. I could count them. I did one at a time. Oh Lord, one at a time. 48 ships that I could count in that one photograph at anchor. You know how much that is costing?
Is that why there was chalk all over your screen?
No, that's why there was blood dripping from my fangs.
Well, Reverend, let me ask you this. You were talking about 28 ships sitting there.
48 ships.
48
4 dozen ships.
Did we run into a gas shortage during that time?
Nope. We're not going to run into a gas
Did we
shortage.
run into a rationing?
We had an excuse to increase the prices.
Thank you.
Not the first time.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
I mean the cartel.
Right. The cartel.
The oil cartel. What do you call them?
Thieves. Thieves.
Sergeant Major, sir. How are you?
No, it's good, man.
It's so good to see your smiling face this morning.
I do have an attitude, don't I?
No.
Oh, when it comes to this whole
I admit
Iran,
it, and I applaud myself for having
I
one.
really don't consider it an attitude.
Yes, it
I
is.
consider it an observation. That's all. You know, it's like
Billy,
sight alignment and body alignment. It's a
There you go.
necessity. You know?
My attitude is line up the front side and the rear side.
and then you talk about me wanting to put on my outfit and be a vigilante.
Well, you are dealing with a case that this one's got facts involved.
Well, I know.
We got the proof here already.
There's no doubt in my mind.
That's doubt. Okay.
Hey.
Sergeant Major, belly up there to that microphone. Come on
Yeah,
up.
I got you. I'm good. I'm
There
good.
you
I can bite that one. So no, man.
You know, it used to be in radio when you had in the two-way radio business and all that sort of thing. When we had a problem, when there was what they call a mismatch of the antenna system, you didn't do it right.
Okay.
Because some of the signal would come back down, and when you're sitting there and you touch the microphone, it would bite the.
It bites you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was called. That's when you say bite the mic. It will bite you back. It was RF energy coming in. It goes. Come back.
Well, I noticed you guys noticed that you saw the major got his medal.
We absolutely hallelujah.
Did you cry? I cried.
No, I cried.
Yes, your eyes got misty. I know.
My eyes didn't get misty either. No, that was a mission. No, that's. I would say happy inside for it.
Mission
because-
accomplished.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, the thing is, and I came here to say thank you guys because I know for a fact that us talking on this radio show right here is exactly what stimulated stuff back up on the other end. Because
The more that happens, the more
you'll be amazed at how far your
Well, we thank you for that.
Okay?
I will tell you that the major has been on our show several times.
Mhm.
Like when his book first came out, Faith Through the Storm. If you've not read it, get your box of tissues.
Mhm.
But I would read and cry and have to lay it down and walk away from it. It was so heart-wrenching. What a great book. And then he was on our show for another reason. Oh, I think the first time was to tell a story. And then he came back about his book, and then, we've had him on there. But thank goodness our congressman, Dr. Greg Murphy, along with Congressman from South Carolina, Ralph Norman, have been working on this. I know Congressman Murphy has been working on this award since 2019. So there's been a lot of people involved in this. Unfortunately, in 1967, when all this happened and the major was injured and he received Purple Hearts and all that through the year. But the one person that could have testified and given all the facts and everything, and the major could have gotten his award long many years ago. Well, this person died unexpectedly, so they had to then go through all these other events in chain of command and to try to get this. But I know Congressmen have been working on it since 2019, and that's how long it takes.
It's a shame that in other situations, and I'm going to give you one, the Tet Offensive, that friend of ours, we know here, he was there. He got hit. He got a bunch of Purple Hearts, but he's not looking for the Medal of Honor, but he's trying to push for some other guys who were there. Like, the problem is there were no leaders left in the Tet Offensive. Nobody to testify, nobody to come forward. And the problem with the Department of the Navy who handles this stuff, there's one guy out there that's a pain in the backside who needs to be. Now, there's a drawn and quartered guy right there, but he needs to go. He's got to go. And he handles it all himself.
Yeah.
And he will make that decision on a whim.
Well, I'm in that situation myself.
I was going to ask you, now I know you're a Purple Heart recipient.
I wear 3 of them. I was wounded 5 times. You only got one in a day. So
And have you applied or have you started the process for the Medal of Honor?
I don't rate the Medal of Honor.
Why is that?
No, what I did, I don't feel it rates the Medal of Honor by comparison. I figure it's something more like, to me, Silver Star, something like that, maybe, I would push it as hard as I would push for something that I would get would be the Navy Cross. What I did didn't rise to the point of being a Medal of Honor performance as far as I'm concerned, or occurrence. The things that people look at, but the main thing with me is my commanding officer got relieved from the command before I got relieved from the command.
I see.
So whatever was going to be written up by him did not get written up. If it did get written up, it didn't get written up where it got back to me. And then I got wounded out of country after he left.
See,
so
that's...
you're detached from this, detached from that, detached from the other. My records are over here. My behind is over there some other place. When they finally come together, nobody gives a fat rat's behind. So therefore, you just move on with your career. And that's what I've done. So now, based upon the Major receiving his Medal of Honor, after all of this, I'm re-energized to pursue what I need to do with mine. So
good for you.
There's one other Marine that was in my unit, Sergeant Bellata. He's up in if he's still alive, he's in the New York area. So we can give testimony to what we've done and accomplished with each other.
Yes. He
deserves more than he's gotten, as well as my immediate troops. But I didn't write them up because I was medevaced out. Now that this has occurred and I'm seeing how it's worked now from this perspective, I'm writing citations. So I will push for them. I'll worry about myself later, as I usually do, but I will push for at least Sergeant Bellata to get recognized, and one other that would be Sergeant Cowan. Those two, the other kids are dead. So they got killed later during that operation. So
I mean, I understand there's a systematic way that you go about, but somewhere along the way, I feel like there's a lot of cracks.
There should not be one person making the final decision.
I agree.
And he can pull the plug. And then even if it's appealed, it goes over to somewhere else. But he and the guy at the other place, he makes calls to the other guy and says, don't approve it. What? That's been documented.
Yeah, I know.
That's been documented. And he needs to go. He really needs to be yanked out of it by the hair of his head if he's got any left.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if that's the way he's doing business, I would say absolutely. So I haven't been a part of that. So, at this stage of the game, it's been a heck of a ride. Once we decided to get involved with the thing with the Major, and like I said, that was through Lieutenant Colonel Gurfine. He's the one who got me involved. He was one of my second lieutenants or first lieutenants when I reported him from 6 years in Japan here to go back and be a grunt, So good guy, good kid, good young man, doing his thing. And I applaud him and his team for what they've done. And they're still doing that, working with other veterans that have got shortfalls and stuff as well. So the Major is now it's in the history books. It's done.
Explain the Pentagon. Is it a wall of honor, so to say, at the Pentagon? Because he goes there this morning at 10 o'clock for a ceremony there. Do they have a wall of honor?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's my understanding.
Yeah, let's say it would be similar to our wall here.
Yes.
We have this crystal wall we have here, so it would be that type of wall. So your Medal of Honor folks will go in this particular section.
Okay.
So that's just one of the house features. And, now we've got that Major Caper's name is there.
Yes.
It's done.
I can't wait till next month for the meeting, the Capers Foundation meeting. I want to see that medal. Can't wait.
To touch it.
He better be wearing it when I get there.
I'm sure he will be. I wouldn't think he would be.
Proud of him. So proud of his accomplishments. Proud of you also. Thank you for what you've done and you've been through.
Well, the main thing for me, like I said, was here because the movement towards his Medal of Honor was stalled.
It was.
It was stalled. And when I came here to talk about it, then some individuals got reduced on it,
Right.
and they're going to not let me do it before them. So whatever it took, it got done.
Takes
That's
a team.
the main thing about it.
Takes a team.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, he's had some people very close to him that have also just
People have been busting their
diligent
behinds.
on this,
They have been
yes.
busting their behinds and busting their backs for years and years and years and years dealing with it. So, we came along and just, I think,
Right.
added a little bit of juice to it. That's it.
I think it's Charlie.
Who?
Charlie, one of our callers. He lives in California.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Charlie, what's up?
I like how you guys said it's Charlie. I want to ask Mr. Mayfield, or is it Sergeant Major Mayfield a question?
Sergeant Major Mayfield, yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Sergeant Major's fine.
So,
Yes, sir.
whenever I see people acknowledging people in the armed service, like if they see them with a hat on that says United States Marine Corps
Yes.
or Vietnam vet,
Mhm.
I always see them saying, thank you for their service.
Mhm.
I think it's so disingenuous. Whenever I see somebody with like an Army hat or a Navy hat or Marine hat on,
Uh-huh.
I'm very interested in why they
Why?
joined the service. Like I was in Costco a couple months ago,
Uh-huh.
and I saw this guy, and I think it was a Vietnam veteran.
Yes.
We talked for like 20 minutes. I was generally interested in why did you join the service?
Right.
What is it that motivated you to want to join the service? So I would like to ask Sergeant Major Mayfield. First of all, I do respect what you did. Basically, you put your life on the line for me, for my freedom.
Yeah.
Horrible things could have happened to you,
Yeah.
and you probably could have died for me.
Yeah.
Why did you join the service? What is it about it that said, you know what, I'm going to join it?
I can answer that pretty readily for you. For me, okay, for me. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but this is the only country that I know is the United States of America. I was born in it, etc. We know the history of racism in America. We know the history of sexism across the world, racism across the world. Nothing unique here. But in understanding that, and for me, I had to make my own decisions. Let's put it that way. I feel I do anyway, and I made my own decision that because of race, creed, color, all the rest of the stuff that people put as a barrier, if that's what the barrier is, I'll fight for the country. I'll fight for my right to be in this country as I would think I'd need to, because someone else fought for it before me. I didn't just get born in here and everything's all great and beautiful. So therefore, I have to pay some price as well as a citizen. That is something I believe. If I don't believe it, then I don't do it. If I don't believe in God, then I don't go to church. I don't practice religion. Simple as that. It's up to the individual. It's my right. But again, understanding slavery and the things that occurred in America, I didn't have those rights. So for me, it may be different for you because of where you come from, your background. That's it. That's just my own personal treaty. I chose to be a Marine. It was voluntary, not voluntold. I was not a handcuffed volunteer. This is the way I wanted to deal with my life. I'm still alive and living it, and I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed of anything that I ever did in that regard as far as fighting for the United States of America. And this flag represents way, way, way more than I can tell you in words.
I think that
That's
covers it.
interesting. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to watch your show. Maybe I'll call back in a little bit. Great answer. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, I think he said it well.
Now,
Yeah.
in real life,
Yes, sir.
the truth is, you like the uniform, right? Because it attracted the women.
No,
Rafer.
no.
I'm gonna tell you that.
No.
I have to tell you, Sergeant Major, that when these Marines get dressed up in these dress blues, whoo,
See what I mean?
I got it.
we women, we
No.
notice. We're looking.
The fact of the matter is, again, like I said, I was born in 1940. Okay, so the big thing, 1940 going forward, is what? World War II.
Yep.
Before, there are two pictures I've said with me as a child. Two pictures, a little one, right? One is a swaddled baby, and my grandmother's holding me. Okay. And the second picture that I have as a little one is in full dress uniform, an army uniform with the Sam Brown belt and etc., standing on the platform, fully dressed in uniform. I'm 3 years old.
Oh.
So from the time I've been 3 years old, I've been in my head.
You're there.
That's where I've been. Okay, so World War II resonates in my head as far as it's concerned. And the thing about also that dealing with an opportunity for black people to get freedom that were not recognized before World War II. So therefore, that was a way to get over that hump.
Did you think about it at that time? Did you think about it as you really wanted to do something for your race because of what had been going?
Absolutely.
Was that really crossing your mind at that time at 3, 4, 5 years of age?
Yes, absolutely, because that was the primary. Like I was born in Selma, Alabama.
But did you know that there was something there, that maybe something was better in the world than Selma, Alabama's things that were going on?
No, I'm just saying the thing is that, you knew, I knew, we knew. My grandfather, I was raised more with my grandparents than with my mother. We knew full well that if you stepped over on this side, if you stepped on this person's property or you did this, that, and the other, you looked at this person wrong, that you could end up dead. Very simply that, just because they were white and you were black.
Sure.
Simple. Okay. And I'm saying I am 85 years old and that BS is still going on.
Well, how do and it brings to mind, and today's Juneteenth, so it's a good day to talk about it. When you joined the military, what kind of racial discrimination did you experience going into the Marine Corps?
Inside the Corps.
Inside the Corps.
Best example I can give you that is look at the lines that Arlie Emery is giving and delivering in Full Metal Jacket. The names he's calling people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just that part of it right there. Take it to the nth degree. Take it to the nth degree. Drill instructors called recruits what they felt like calling them. They did to them what they felt like doing to them.
Matters not what their color was, though.
Well, that's after the fact. I'm talking about Montford Point here was a completely different world. Montford Point right here was a completely, Camp Johnson was a completely different world that Hashmark Johnson and those guys stepped into. That was really, really crazy. Okay. So that kind of a situation, I don't think I'd have volunteered for that. No. And I applaud them for being the individuals who were the point men and put the point men on that. They were amazing persons. Huh?
Point people get hurt a lot.
You know the deal. That's what I'm saying. You're military. Somebody's got to take the net again. Point guys, and who else?
First person to jump in.
No, the major recon guys, because you're just sticking these guys in there where nobody's there to help you. So now that's the other side of it.
Sufficient.
No, but that's the other side of it for me. So I'm the grunt, right? So when the recon gets in trouble, they call what? The grunts to go get them out, and vice versa.
Sometimes. Hey,
it's a symbiotic.
Where is that Air Force? I need that Air Force now.
Yeah, I'm talking ground. I'm talking ground troops. It's like one gets in trouble, we get the other one out. The other one gets in trouble, we get the other one out, type thing. And then we badmouth each other, and then we get drunk and throw each other in the river.
I used to tell the Navy, our boats go down, we walk ashore. Your boats go down, we come rescue you.
Yeah, you go. So,
wow.
I guess that's what I meant about the symbiotic relationship. One hand washes the other.
Absolutely. It's like brothers are fighing, or
all
brothers
the time.
They can fight amongst themselves, but don't y'all come pick on them.
Don't step in it. Don't get in it.
No, that's it.
Yeah, don't step in there. Don't jump in the
We'll fight ourselves. Ed Brown's family was great.
Yeah.
Former police officer, former sheriff
Right.
here in Jacksonville, worked with him.
Mhm.
But he told me many stories about growing up. All they did was fight,
Yeah.
wrestle. He
Yeah.
said, we used to wrestle.
Wrestle. Mhm.
And
I
he,
can believe that.
it made them tough.
Mhm. Yeah.
And their daddy said, go for it.
No, well, yeah.
Some of you gonna get, somebody gonna get hurt, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You'll heal.
So, how was your trip to DC last week?
Well, the thing is, again, like I say, we did the first trip. Our first trip was to go and lay the wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown. So
Right.
that went perfectly. It actually did a bit. I had a colonel join us.
Nice.
You know, so then Sergeant Lopez, as I said, I'm transitioning over. So he's
Right.
next year he's in charge. Period. It's his now. So we did the transfer over. Everything went according to, but it was a mess because they were getting ready for the big, to do flash thing.
Yeah.
So they had cranes here and this, that, and all kinds of stuff all over the place.
My goodness.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this publicly. I do want to send out a shout out, which I'm going to send something in writing to the sentry who was on duty at the Tomb of the Unknown, who challenged me.
Did he now?
He did. He challenged
Good
me.
for
Full
him.
uniform. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you
Yeah,
bought
He
it.
was
uniform.
supposed to.
Full
Right?
uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, and he did it perfectly. And when a sentry's on duty as an NCOIC or the corporal guard or sergeant guard, we're quick to lock them up when they do something wrong. We're very short to very slow on complimenting. So I'm complimenting this young man publicly for doing an outstanding job because he challenged me exactly the way he needed to.
Tell me what happened.
Hey, I'm in uniform today.
Right.
Mrs. Mayfield's with me. The two puppies are with us. They're on leashes. They're doing their thing. We've got the wreath. We're going in. We got to take everything up to the tomb, or actually we got ourselves dressed up. We're in uniform, everything else like that. And he says, the dogs, they're not qualified to be coming through here. I said, wait a minute. This is a service dog. It's a service dog in training. I'll have to check it. I said, fine. And he checked it. So, in other words, you're not just bringing your little house pet.
Right. Right.
So he did his job perfectly, and he was nice about it, and et cetera, and it worked out nicely, and he dealt with it. And I just wanted to deal with publicly complimenting him for,
Good. Nice.
for doing a job well
I didn't know
done,
if he tried to throw you down or something like that, or stab you with his bayonet, or
That might have been a problem.
was there a throwdown? But no, I mean, I understand that. Good job.
Well, see, the thing is, again, most folks would think, you're dressed in full dress. I got all this stuff on and everything else. It would just be a pass. He did perfectly job. He did the way I would have done it.
Very good. Oh yeah.
I don't care what you're dressed in and whatever. If I don't have the
There are
authority to
also
send you,
imposters out there, as we know.
That's right.
absolutely. And
Sure.
and especially at this time, because I'm telling you, it was for you and I, security minded. It was a security nightmare up there. I mean, cranes here, this, that, and people standing around just lollygagging.
One.
They're waiting to work. They're waiting to put up the daggum thing for the WWE or whatever thing was going to be there. So
the UFC, right?
Oh yeah, the UFC
Yeah.
thing. So it was tight, around the Lincoln Memorial and stuff like that. It was interesting.
And little did you know at that point in time what was in the process of being planned.
We didn't know, obviously. So
and then
we booked up out of here and we drove up all
think
night.
about how bad that could have been if those drones had been launched.
Yeah.
Be eating a
Well,
paper.
obviously you do the same thing I do, and that's when you walk in, your eyes start.
Yes.
The last thing I would have thought, I would not have thought until then, but I do now. When drones fly over my house, you better watch out.
Yeah.
But I did not think about them going and approaching the White House, or in this case, their plot was to attack the buildings around to get all the people there to come out through one gate where they were sitting there with one sniper team there, another team ready to breach
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to get into the White House.
Yeah.
No, I did not think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think about
sure
that.
you didn't.
No. The overhead attack? No, I didn't think about that. I will now.
I hear you. Mm-hmm. No, see, those are things that
I'm pointing a camera up at the sky and waving. So what I would do.
yeah. With
I'm
those-
getting out.
Yeah.
I'm going to the nearest coffee shop.
I'm
Y'all
talking
can
about
have it.
I'm talking about from here. I'm going to put another camera just
Oh.
sweeping the horizon
Mhm.
instead of down here.
Well-
Okay.
Well, those are the kind of things we thought about with the 7th Fleet overseas.
Well, that was a different story.
Yeah.
But at the White House, no, I wouldn't have thought it.
So how many wars did you see?
How many?
Did you actually?
How many?
How
times
many
have I
wars?
stuck my finger in it?
Not including the marriage.
Stop it.
No, well, the first one was a war. This one's not. This was peace. The other one was definitely a war. But anyway,
Rayford's got PTSD when it comes to that.
no, he and I both, But no, I've actually been frontline for conflicts,
Wow.
for hard times. So Desert Shield, Desert Storm,
That's right.
Panama. So
In
and
Vietnam.
for
Right.
sure.
Vietnam.
Bad ain't don't give a damn about Vietnam.
Both of you need to settle down.
Why?
Wow, that's just so fun.
If
Wow.
we did, you wouldn't have any fun.
I know it's true. Now, what year did you retire?
What was that? 90, 98, 99?
Wow, you stayed in. How many years?
I did 32.
Wow.
I broke time. I took 9 years and 4 months out of the Marine Corps.
And then went back in.
Yes, ma'am. Went back in as a staff sergeant.
Once a Marine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Went back in as a staff
Did you
sergeant.
have to go down to PI, Paris Island, and get recertified?
Paris Island, what's that? Why would I go to the swamp? I'm a San Diego Marine. Get out of here. Are you serious?
Well, but you're on the East Coast now.
I know, but I've gone to Paris Island to watch someone else graduate from there.
That was it.
But I'm not interested in rolling around that swamp. Are you serious?
Wow, Skeeters.
He does not do water, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He does not do water.
I'm not crazy about that foolishness. That Ribbon Creek thing. No.
Oh,
See, that was a piece. That was a piece of the Marine Corps when I was a youngster. The Ribbon Creek incident occurred right after I'd done my 13-month tour overseas. So, nope, didn't want any part of that. And that's what I tell you, I'm not going. If you go out, I'm going to go out. I'll be on the boat with you, but I'll be in a life preserver. And all that stuff. And if you try to throw me in the water, you're going to get the fight of your life.
Sounds like me on a plane.
I don't throw people in the water.
Mhm.
They just jump with me.
I'm not jumping in there with you. I'm not going there. I told you I'm not comfortable out there. If it's over my head, I'm not comfortable. But you can teach me.
It
I'll learn.
only takes a foot to drown you.
Huh?
It only takes a foot of water to drown
That's
you.
what I'm
More or
saying.
less.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm a believer.
Gotcha.
So I don't mess with stuff like that. But
Look, when he got baptized, it was purely by sprinkles, right?
yes, I'm Methodist.
Me too.
I was baptized Methodist and then baptized Catholic. So
Right.
therefore, no.
No dunking for him. He got the sprinkles.
That's it.
You ever volunteered for the dunking booth at the fairs or anything where you got people with little baseballs and you could hit the water?
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, that would be a service to whatever agency you did,
No,
public service.
Rayford, I have a
Right.
feeling he's a shower only man.
No, I'll get in it. I'll get in it, but as long as I can.
He's wearing a
control
life
it.
You're
preserver.
in a shallow water. Do you wear a life jacket in the shower?
I don't need that. That's extreme. But
It's just a bathtub.
just a bathtub.
Just the bathtub.
No, just the pool.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
if I'm like I said, if I'm in the shallow end, I'm going to wade around like anyone else. And I can swim, but I don't trust myself. I don't float, as I say. I can swim. I can get from here to there, but I don't float. My body, my bone structure, I don't have any floating ability.
No, it's not your bone structure. I'll tell you what it is. fat floats.
Well,
Fat is what causes you to be able to float.
uh-huh.
And everybody, almost everybody, has fat. Where's that stupid picture that I had somewhere or another?
That's right.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
in high school, and when I started diving, I never could float. I weighed 128 pounds. I was 6 feet 2 inches tall. There was no fat there.
Mhm.
There's no fat
I
there.
hear you.
None. Zero. Zilch. Zippo.
It's his graduation picture.
It's so I had to swim.
Yeah.
If I'm not in motion, I'm in a problem.
Mhm.
But there's a thing called drown proofing that you can learn,
Yeah.
which I learned,
Mhm.
and that
Once
was
you're in the ocean.
Well, like
Way
I said, coming out,
Yourself.
coming out of boot camp, I would have made meritorious PFC,
but
but I was a swim unk. So unqualified swimmer, unqualified shooter, unqualified anything. You're not going to get any meritorious anything.
Mhm.
You're going to be a private. So I went into private. I came out of private. Okay, but that was it. But after time in the
they
Marine
didn't
Corps,
pull you up and down the pool with a cane pole or anything.
they tried it, but I went to the bottom. That's what I'm saying. I went to the bottom.
This-
I'm serious.
You gotta hold on to the pole.
Wow.
Who?
If you hold
They
on,
took the darn thing away. They didn't let me
Oh.
hold it. What is, you're in swim quality. If they would do that, then they do me that anyway. But they let me go, get me into deep water, and then take the pole back. And
did they have
I went back
any
down again.
safety swimmers there in the pool?
Excuse me.
What's the safety
Yeah, that's
swim?
what I thought. Well, I remember seeing some of the other.
See, you're talking advanced foolishness. I'm sorry. Listen, Rayford, this is 1959, man. I was lucky. I lived through it anyway. In fact, it was brutal back in '59, dog. It was,
baby.
Who?
You want to go home?
Dude, yeah, that's exactly right. You want to go home? Go. Oh, you want to cry? Cry. Get out of here. So, but I don't think it's any different.
Suck it up, dude.
I don't think it's any different 2026.
It's not.
You don't want to go down there acting a fool, So, but that was just my own thing. But I again said in my head, this is not going to defeat me. So I sat my behind in there and did what I needed to do, and I still do that. I can still go out and do what I have to do, but I know that all I am doing is delaying the process of drowning. I'm not swimming. I'm just delaying the process. I am not swimming.
There's people
So
that
you think
just
swimming is just delaying the process.
I am
of drowning?
delaying the damn process. I swear. I don't want to be in that water. It's not comfortable to me. I know
I guess
I'm not,
cruises are out of line for you,
Okay.
right?
I'm not good. I'll go to the cruise, but I'm not. I
Really?
don't. Yeah,
I
go to
have a-
cruises, but again, I know where life preservers are too, and I have them very close to me.
he's got one hanging on his door to his private suite.
Here's what you get the inflatables, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can wear those underneath your clothes if you need to.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of first night.
Well, I have a curious question
I'm
then.
serious about that.
How are you at driving over some of these huge bridges?
Bridges, I don't care about them.
I would think being
No, I mean, I know, again, it's a bridge,
right.
and I know what its purpose is. And if the darn thing gives loose, I'm in the water anyway. I don't want to go over it, but I have to go over it, so it's just a necessity, So, but it's like Mrs. Mayfield, she went down, I had something to do down in Florida, and so she met us down there, the Marines we were deployed there, and she took that drive down from all the way on the key, and I said, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't like it. The idea.
The keys are nothing but a bunch of bridges connected with little dots of land.
Okay, it's like pontoons and stuff in the military. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to be all over that water for what? If I have a purpose for going down there, but just to drive that stupid thing, no, I wouldn't do it. I don't
It's
care.
pretty.
Huh?
It's pretty.
I went once, and it was
So is
30,
snakes.
40 years
Snakes
ago.
are pretty too, but I ain't
Pretty
playing
dead,
with
pretty
here we go with the snakes again.
See, this is what I say, right? They're pretty. They're beautiful.
Pretty dead.
One of the most beautiful snakes I like, color-wise, is coral snake. I don't know. I like the black and the red and the yellow to mix a beautiful color, but I'm not playing with it.
In photographs.
In photographs.
Yeah.
In photographs, exactly
And,
right.
and in the zoo, looking at it, behind that big glass cage.
Right.
But I'm not going to get in there and start lifting them up.
I don't even get close to the cages. I'm just, well,
Yeah,
I just don't do snakes. No.
I don't either. But again, see, what am I? What was my history? What was my career?
In the woods.
Stone 03. I'm a grunt. And what does that mean? It means snakes. It means all kind of whatever's out there in the woods. That's what we have.
So tell us about some of the stuff you came across while you were out there doing your grunt work in the woods, carrying your weapons and
Well, one of the worst things in Vietnam was a panther.
a panther.
A panther.
You came across a panther?
And hit it in the face with some daggum insect spray. That's it. It's trying to pull me out the daggum tent. I got
They tried to pull you out of the tent?
Yeah, that's exactly
What's that 45 is made for?
Huh?
That's what that 45 is made for.
At close quarters is not a good idea, Rayford. You might shoot your troops.
Well, that's true.
If you miss,
It's true.
Well, even if you didn't miss, if you went through and through, you still might hit your troops.
The thought of being
See, I mean, you know,
awakened by a
The
panther in my face? Yeah.
yeah, the troops were
No.
supposed to be that the panther wasn't supposed to be.
Oh.
So if I shoot the panther and I kill one of the troops,
y'all need to duck incoming. Bam, 8 pounds.
no, but that
Try
was,
to get in a tent.
yeah, that was, yeah, you know, work. What the heck? You know,
Panther.
yeah.
Oh, my.
Holy, I see. I would think snakes.
Hey, dude,
Rats.
there's a fat guy over here. I got no
Panthers.
fat on me. There's a fat guy over here. Go get him.
No.
Panthers?
So I would think in the Africa Corps or something like that,
Right.
they'd have run across a lot of it as well. But they
Good
had
Lord.
big cats in Vietnam, some big suckers. And some folks got ate up by them. I
Oh.
didn't.
Oh.
But what saved me was very
Insect spray.
Insect spray.
You spray
That little green, the little
Right.
you hit it right in the nose, we just took it off. And you
They don't
know,
make any repellent you can just splash on
well,
every
I
morning.
just, it wasn't anticipated in the first place.
Right.
No
Let me
training
put
on that
my
one, huh?
anti-panther spray on.
Some things are
Right.
improvisations, so I just improvise.
That's why Marines are so tough.
Yeah, but no, I don't consider it
That
tough.
wasn't tough. That was survival.
That was just pulling it out of
Reaction.
some place you don't want to talk about. Reaction. That was-
Look, my heart's beating fast right now just thinking about
I
it.
hear you. So
Wow.
no, but some folks got that. You know, the
my
snakes,
heart
all kind of critters and stuff.
Snakes everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of them were kind of big, too.
Yeah, no, I didn't want none of them. So. But then what? Philippines, we had what 30-foot python.
Yeah. Big old snakes.
Yeah, So-
They're easier to hit, though.
yeah. We go out because we infantry, we grunts. We are out there doing the boondocks.
Somebody had a shotgun on your platoon, though.
Huh? Me?
Somebody had a shotgun on you.
Me?
You had the shotgun?
Well, you better believe it.
That's a snake killer.
That's yeah. Two-legged snakes. That's the one I was
That one
killing,
too,
that
but-
sucker. But that's
It could be like this all day. Every time something moves, I'm going to jump.
Okay, we got the 8 o'clock advisory.
Oh, do tell.
Disturbance number 1,
All right.
formerly known as Arthur.
Weather.
What a
what's up with
Arthur. Anyway, offshore the East Coast, remnants of Arthur got showers and thunderstorms associated with a trough of low pressure that's located over the southeastern United States. Right now, it's around South Carolina, Georgia line, and it's moving in our kind of direction. It's taking a little bit more of a southerly turn, but it's going to pass us. No real significance. A little bit of rain. Right now, there's a radar showing some showers and stuff out there, but it's not like huge and it's not severe. Come on, update, Booker. But we got some right on our door. We should have some rain here in a few minutes, but it's not going to last long. And then behind that, there's some more rain, but lighter than what's going to be coming across here. We got a little bit of, might have a little bit of intense rain. So if you got umbrellas up, some showers may take them and make them airborne. So take care of that. Otherwise, the day is calling for in the ocean, way out there where Sergeant Mayfield will not tread.
Nope.
60 nautical miles. You got no business being there today anyway.
Nope.
Nobody. Gale warnings in effect through this afternoon. Just stay at home. Southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 this afternoon. Gust up to 35 knots. That's about 42, 43 miles per hour. That's brisk. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Now, if you're out there with the winds blowing 35 knots, those seas of 7 feet are going to be nasty.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's nasty. They're going to be bigger this afternoon,
Yes.
7 to 10 feet. This is 9 feet. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're thinking about it.
That's face planting water.
Near shore, only 4 to 6 feet. Building to 5 to 8 in the afternoon. Sounds and rivers going to be rough. No kidding.
Rough.
They got very rough, Kelly, this afternoon. Chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds coming down 5 to 10. Easterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers, a light chop. Saturday and Sunday are actually looking pretty good on the
Nice
water.
days, yeah.
So you can go out there and have some fun. Southwesterly winds on Sunday. Fishing will pick up again, 5 to 10 knot winds, seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers, a light chop. Now, if we get a lot of rain, which we're not anticipating, unfortunately, and you're planning to do any boating, be advised that stuff upriver washes down into the water and will come our way. That means sticks, logs, whatever. A lot of rain will pick up and bring down river. So if you got a boat, slow your butt down. Don't, because those things will float near the surface or just below the surface, waiting for you. Seen it happen too many times.
Just sink your boat.
Okay, today showers and thunderstorms, high near 87, wind increasing 12 to 17 miles per hour with gusts as high as 28. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a low around 66. Saturday looking beautiful, mostly sunny with a high near 89, and Sunday sunny with a high near 93.
State Department's put across an advisory for travelers, those going to the Middle East. Why?
Wow, who's going?
Are being urged to stay alert as U.S. officials warn that security conditions remain volatile across that region, even as D.C. and Tehran think are moving toward a tentative agreement aimed at easing the latest crisis. Do not be fooled by this. Do not get out there and be stupid. If you're in that country and you're watching this, or if you know somebody there, put them on alert. Stay alert. If these idiots decide to do something, or some offshoots of these idiots, because it's not necessarily the governments,
True.
they go and do things.
True.
Just like we have the volatile idiots in this country, they got them in other countries. They're not part of the government. They're not part of the system. They're
Yes,
just
they do.
low-life scumbags, and they will do stuff because they want to do it and create hate and discontent. They like to see people get hurt and die. That's the bottom line. Am I wrong?
Not on mine.
I know it happens.
Sounds like
Y'all
it
should know it
all the
happens.
time.
You should know it happens.
It's-
It's you read about it later on. I wish I told my friends about it, but anyway.
That's what you just reported earlier with the president, isn't it?
Yep.
Same thing.
Sitting up there and just having a good old time, and then all of a sudden the possibility. I'll tell you what, I can thank the FBI and this director that they've got. Somebody put some thought into preventative maintenance, shall we say,
Okay.
because they're the ones that found these guys making these plots, and they arrested a bunch of them. And you know who the leader was? A 19-year-old puke, 19-year-old punk out there was organizing this
They're
attack.
all over the place.
Or,
I was
what
just-
are we thinking? He needs to be spanked.
Now, I was just reading a story where it was his mother who actually uncovered what appeared to be the planning of this
Yeah.
and called the cops.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
the mother did. She said,
Who knows best? Mama
Right.
in this case.
well, thank you, Mama, because there are some parents
Might have
that would.
might have been a thing saved his wife.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, if he'd gone up there, his life would have been toast.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes when they start shooting, they don't shoot to wound you. There's no such thing. If you get wounded, they missed.
Yeah, something happened, man. They blinked or some jerk or some pull. Bucked or jerked around something.
But that's what the extra magazine is for.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Facts is facts, Jack. You know, you've been to a lot of places, and when you did R&R in Vietnam, I'm sure, right?
No,
You did nothing.
no,
You went to somewhere that was not volatile, but no,
No.
not at all.
no.
My goodness.
No. I, that is not the way I fight a war.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks did that crap. It wasn't for me. I'm in the war. I'll be in the war till I leave it. I'm not trying to go in the war, then go have some fun, and then come back to the stinking war again. No, that didn't make sense to me. You know, going on R&R, you know, like, because from Vietnam they went to Bangkok and they did all that thing and party. No, I'll just stay right here and I'll do my tour and I'll leave. When I leave, I'm gone. You know, I want it in my rearview mirror. I won't have to come back to it. You know?
When you were what they call today outside the wire, which that wasn't a thing then, but when you were not in camp
Yes, sir.
and you were out, you guys go get a burger or whatever you would do. There were things that you would do in the civilian world of relatively normal people, which you couldn't trust any of them, right?
Oh, no, I don't trust it. No.
Did you go into any of those areas and anything happening? Because I know during that time a lot of civilian areas were attacked because it had U.S. troops there.
I did things a little bit differently, and I did it purposely that
Uh-huh.
way. I always volunteered for duty.
Oh, okay.
Always volunteered for duty. If we're going to be there for a day or for hours or whatever, I would volunteer for first duty. I'll take duty in town. Okay.
So you went in town.
I would go if everybody's going to Liberty, I'll go take duty first.
And
So I want to see exactly what's going on out there from an official point of view.
Okay, so
versus
you went
just
with them,
running
but
around.
you went there.
I'm like
Locked and loaded.
I'm like the shore patrol.
You
I'm
locked and loaded.
I'm locked and loaded. I'm looking out for the troops. So I'm getting to know the bar owners. I'm getting to know this because
Gotcha.
I'm dealing with that. So now when I go on Liberty, I'm good because they know me. I'm not just some fresh guy coming out and just taking for all his money or this, that, and the other. I know this place is this kind of a one and this and that, and another one. That was my particular routine that I could get away with because nobody wanted nobody wanted duty on the first day anyway. They want to be off the boat and out there and go get it. I can wait. You know, patience for me was the best way. So I would let you go out, do what you got to do. Then you come back and tell me what the nice places are. I'll go find out and I'll have some good time out there.
There you go.
Wow.
Just my own stupid or smarts, whatever it was, but
Kept
it kept me out of trouble, you know, and it allowed me to be what I preferred being in the military, which was independent. I didn't run with a buddy. I didn't do a buddy system. I went by myself.
Really?
And didn't have any buddies. I didn't trust anybody that well. I didn't.
Can I ask you to explain your ribbons, what each one is for?
These
I see, yes. Wow.
these are this is Purple Heart.
Purple Heart, yes, that one I know.
Each star represents an additional one.
Wow.
So that's 3 Purple Hearts there.
Wow.
Okay, maybe commendation. These are commendation medals in here, all the way across. Commendations and good conduct. So
Good conduct.
absolutely,
You didn't get caught.
I can't imagine Sergeant Mayfield doing anything but excellence, you know, squared away.
Well.
Never stepped out of line.
True.
Bull.
No.
Now, when I can imagine when you put on that uniform, you were just like,
Didn't get caught.
No.
I'm talking about it.
No, she's right on. I don't BS. If I'm wearing a uniform, I swore an oath.
Yeah.
And my oath is not to use to God. So whatever I do, I don't answer to any human being. I answer to a higher power than that. Human beings, I give certain authority over me, but I don't answer to any.
I'm not talking about your squared away times when you're all official looking and everything else, but
That's
you know,
it.
when you're in combat and
No.
you're in combat, you got to do things like you got to do.
I do what I had to do, but what I had to do was within the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and also within the Code of Conduct. I stayed within that realm, and if I stepped out of it, I knew what I was doing. And I certainly ain't gonna talk about it now and tell them
I don't
myself.
want you to. I don't want you to.
I ain't gonna tell them myself.
I want to hear a story.
Are you-
I want to hear a story. I want to tell.
This stuff,
Yeah, you will.
the stuff I did. If I tell her that,
Oh, come on. One little story. Just one.
No. That's some crazy foolishness. No, but no, certain things that Marines do, that I did anyway,
Right.
just to get things done. Certain kind. I'd go out of the wire when going out of the wire wasn't the thing to do.
Mhm.
Okay, I want to know what's out there, and so the only way I'm going to do is do a recon myself. So
I want to ask you a question. If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to, because I don't want to get to PTSD or anything like that. Did you ever have to fire upon the enemy?
Did I have a what?
Fire upon the enemy
Say what?
10 times?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying with these bare hands, not just fire upon,
You've had to fight them?
empty-handed fighting,
Oh.
knife fighting, whatever, all of the above. I mean, we were in war, ma'am.
Right. Well, there's some that didn't actually, they weren't on the front line
he was-
fighting.
he was in combat.
No.
Right, I knew that, but.
In combat.
Understand what I said. There's a whole bunch
Mhm.
Support people.
that are support personnel
Right.
that never get into the fray of it, And then there's a whole bunch of support persons that's all they
Well,
do.
I knew you
If they get
were on
overrun,
the line, but.
Yeah, there was a guy that he was a fishing buddy of ours, and he was a retired Coast Guard, but he was in the Air Force in Nam.
Okay. Who?
But he was up on the hill, and he and a Marine were there as they were just reloading helicopters with ammo when they came in. They had all the hand to be deployed to out,
Mhm.
and
And then all of a sudden,
and
it changes.
then,
It's theirs.
then they started coming up the hill. He's calling for reinforcements, and there's nobody there.
You're it.
And you're it. You, who's Air Force, who doesn't know anything, because that's not what his job was, is to do anything else, but to load the supplies, and a Marine.
Mhm.
The two of them had all the hand grenades they needed. They had all the they could not shoot all of everything they did,
I'll hear you.
and they just rolled stuff down. They kept those people at bay
Mhm.
until daylight.
Well, just to think about again,
Survival.
Just think about the things your Major Capers and his team,
Yeah.
things
Yes.
like that.
Well-
And as I'm saying, from my perspective, I'm a grunt. I'm just an 03. I'm that guy over there. See, so the recon guys, they are specialists. They're going doing, but when they get in the soup, it's us grunts that got to come in and bail them out and stuff as
Well,
well.
they need
So it's a
some-
symbiotic relationship. They figure out stuff for us to make it easier for us to go in and do massive movements. And when they get in trouble, then same thing. It's a symbiotic relationship. We better get along with each other in that regard as well.
This guy told me that he went through basic Air Force, right?
Mhm.
He said, I never threw a hand grenade in my life.
Yeah,
The Marine told me how to do it, and I learned how to do
learn
it.
real fast.
He says, you get rid of it as soon as you pull that thing. You don't wait. That's John Wayne crap. He said, you chunk it.
Yeah, and you don't pop the spoon and throw the darn thing. Throw it on, let the spoon go when it goes.
There you go.
So throw it away.
Yeah, that thing, look,
Some people talk about,
it should go airborne in the air somewhere else.
watching some of these, World War II
The
movies,
John
black and
Wayne
white movies and stuff
That's
like
what he
that.
said. He said, that was John Wayne stuff. Oh,
Don't get crazy.
Well, Sergeant Major, when are you writing your book? Aren't you going to write a book?
I am right now trying to close out what we do. First and foremost, like I say, Mrs. Mayfield and I have been doing this since we met each other in 1971.
well, what's your hurry?
Huh?
What's your hurry?
Enough is enough.
1971.
This one here was it, basically. That's just like I said. I turn it over to Sergeant Lopez.
Yes.
You do it. I'll help you in the future in that regard. Right now, I want to get all of my notes together. I want to get all of my whatever uniforms, everything together, and get all that junk in one place, and then categorize it and figure out what I'm going to do with it and decide that piece of it as well, and write my own story. You know, I'm sure that Major Capers, for example,
Right.
if he sat down and wrote his story, would be one heck of a story.
Well, did you donate anything to the Museum of the Marine before they opened? Anything of yours in there?
Not anything that. No, I haven't dealt with Sergeant Major Houle on that situation yet, but if there's anything to be donated, you know, I'm not sure if he want anything I have anyway, but possibly.
You have a lot of
Leftover
history.
Canteen cup, right?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah, history.
the thing is that maybe they might want to have, let's say the cauldron that we've used for the burning of the, hello.
Hello.
That's a Marine over there.
I think he wants to go see Mama.
Yeah, you know, for burning the luminaries and things like that. That might be something because it is engraved with Sensei Ernie Cates. It's engraved. He gave it to me for this purpose, and he's deceased now, but it's engraved with his All Marine Corps and Inter-Service Championships on it. So that might be something that would go there in that sports category if they have it. I haven't been through the museum yet myself because of what we dealt with here, so I want to see I know they were opening when we were getting ready to head out. Okay, so I want to go see what it looks like as well, and you know, we'll see if there's anything that Sergeant Major Hoole might want to utilize it. I'm sure it is.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful from the outside.
Oh my gosh. And then the internal flame that they have going 24/7. How do you keep that going when it's pouring rain?
It will burn.
Gas will burn, no matter as long as you got air.
What if the rain's really heavy? I thought about that.
It will
I
make
mean,
steam out of it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, when you get ready to write, we share a pen here. It's the only one we have. So we'll loan it to you so you can do the
I
writing.
have to keep bringing pins in because they keep disappearing. I have some.
Yeah, you got some. Look at this smoke
I have
signal.
some. Yeah. Yep. Here, I'll even give you one.
Thank
I
you.
have more.
Somebody got the
Yes, I have more.
Oh, we're down to 2, 3 down, huh? Okay.
Well, I have more.
Greg Murphy.
Yeah.
For some reason, she kept losing pens. I'm not sure what it is.
So Dr. Murphy to hook you
I
up,
think
right?
she takes them, drops them down somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, well, I hid one because it was my favorite. I hid it one morning before I left. Came back the next day and it was gone.
It was gone. It walked off.
Just
All
disappears.
by
You
itself.
could check the camera.
yeah.
We have a camera over there.
But you know, real question:
Yes.
how does it feel to at least see one of your projects or one thing come to, you know, hands together, and that's the Major's Medal of Honor?
I cried.
How does it feel? I don't blame you.
It really teared me up. But the wind's picking up and it's raining.
Told you.
If it ain't raining, we ain't training.
It really was emotional
That was
watching it because I know how hard everyone has worked that was involved in it, everyone. And I've read his book, I've heard his story. I attend his monthly meetings, you know, there with the others that come. And I've grown to have such respect for the man. In fact, I asked him, I said, you know, now that my dad's gone, I said, can I call you Dad? And he said, of course you can. So he's really special to me. He
That's
really
right.
is. Yeah,
That's
I really, he's a hero. There's a lot of heroes.
A lot of them.
You're a hero.
And sheroes.
That's right.
There's heroes
right.
and sheroes around
Right.
here. So, and most of them are unsung.
Absolutely.
That's the hard part. So
Yep.
that was my involvement as far as is concerned with the Majors thing. Is that, you know, I'm doing my own thing. I got my own thing going on, but at the same time, I said to Ms. Mayfield, let's stop a minute and see what we can do here.
Well, let me ask you this. You're here. It's Juneteenth. We're celebrating that. It was a great time for you to be in here. When you came back from Vietnam, there were so many stories about how our veterans were not recognized when they came back from Vietnam.
They were recognized by the idiots at the bus station and all the
But what did you
happened to me?
encounter? What happened to you?
When I came in, I came back, I was detached from my unit. Okay. I was wounded out of country, so I was medevaced out.
Right.
And when I medevaced, I wasn't medevaced in terms of bandaged up and stuff. I was coming in off semi-lift plane, one of our own. And once we dropped, it was like in the San Francisco Bay Area, up in that area. And it was hot for hating Vietnam veterans. And if I still have the 9mm German Mauser that I captured, which it's a live weapon. It's a Mauser bolt action, so didn't have to cosmoline or didn't have to secure the bore like they would drop lead down and kill the bore. So it's an operable weapon. If I'd had rounds, I would have shot somebody.
Wow.
It was that simple. If I'd had rounds with that weapon, I would have shot someone. I swear. At that time, just me, the way I was geared in my head.
Still got the rifle?
Huh?
You still got the rifle?
Oh, yes, sir.
Good man.
I still have it. And again, I got the paperwork for it. So, but that was the way I came back in the country from Vietnam. And it was like, they spat at us. They threw feces at us. They called us baby killers and all kinds of nasty things. This is San Francisco Bay Area. And so therefore, obviously, then I get out of the Marine Corps. Watch this now. This is a cute thing. Then I get out of the Marine Corps and I go to San Diego City College and I become the state president of the California Community College, the Student Government Association, CCSGA.
Look at
which
you.
was powerful. I'm saying powerful. Okay, we were electing presidents. Okay, that kind of power, and I end up in that position. So now I'm dealing with war protesters. I'm dealing with long-haired hippie creeps. So the whole thing is now, but I'm a civilian.
Right.
So I don't get to express that way. So I became the president of it, and I let everybody express their ways. But at the same time, we had a mission. And so that's where the Marine in me comes out. So if you're going to be a part of this, you're going to do what you got to do, or you get the hell out of here. Excuse me, language, okay? And that's it. So they weren't accustomed to that kind of leadership, but we did quite well. We did quite well because we focused on what we needed to focus on: voter registration, voter education, get out the vote, understanding what you're doing instead of just running around.
You can get out and do that again today if you would for the next 6 months, and let's see if we can get some people out to vote.
Absolutely.
If I felt like doing that, I would do that. But you know something, right, for the point that I'm dealt with is, as I said to Mrs. Mayfield, we're repeating the same thing over and over again. I am sick and tired of saying the same thing over and over again. So just go ahead and do what you want to do. Just leave me alone, go on about your business, and I'll leave you alone and go about my business, because I'm not going to change anything that way or those types of things unless I really, really get deeply into the pits in it. And I've already been there, and I'm, like I said, I'm 85 years old. I'm tired.
I understand.
I am freaking tired of it. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to argue about it. I just want to go to sleep and be an old man and go fishing or something, and I don't even fish. So
here's the problem. Fishing requires you got to be near water.
Yeah, I don't mind that on the beach. The line goes in the water. I don't go in. I ain't the bait. Are you serious?
You got to go out there and pull the fish. Walk out there.
I said, throw that thing out. Yeah. And if it don't come in, I'll throw the whole damn thing in the water.
I bet you'd be fun on a pier when that started moving, rocking. Where did the sergeant major go?
No, see, certain things I just don't want to do. I don't really want to be good at it.
Right.
I don't want
We
to.
all have things.
I don't care.
We all have things. He dives. do not have any interest
Interest in
whatsoever in diving.
I don't want to be underwater.
I mean, I applaud those, and I think it's
It's
fascinating what he
It's
does.
beautiful.
That's true. It's thrilling.
You can bond with nature. The sharks.
Go right ahead and bond with
The
nature.
sharks treat you
You
as
go right
equal.
ahead.
You're not inferior to the sharks.
I've seen too many Sharknado movies. No.
It's like
Sharks don't like dive tanks. Those tanks that got lots of air in them.
they don't like what?
The tanks you got on your back, they're steel or
All
aluminum.
it would take is one crazy shark.
But
One
when
crazy
they
shark.
bite into it, it
Look at
explodes
Jaws.
and they're gone.
Look at Jaws.
He's dead.
That movie ruined the ocean for
And
me.
that was a mechanical device.
Doesn't matter.
I saw it at Universal Studios.
Just a thought.
Is it?
I was done with the ocean. I mean, I used to surf when I was young. Used
Yeah,
to
you were bait.
do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Surfers
Used to
look
stay out in the water all day.
Surfers hanging down off that board. They look just like a seal.
I used to do.
Yum.
I could go out in the ocean, stay up to chest high water, stay out there for hours, having a good time. Then Jaws came out,
And it scared you.
and I go out to my knees, and seaweed hits my leg. I scream. Nope, not anymore.
Those are mermaids with hair, long hair.
I just can't do it.
Well, see, you're better than me because
I scream.
there's absolutely nothing that I need
Right.
that I need to walk into that ocean for.
You scream, you start running, and everybody in the water's going, "Oh my God, it must be a shark!" And
Yeah.
everybody's running out of the
And
ocean.
there's nothing that I
Seaweed.
need. And there's nothing that I need to jump out of a perfectly operating airplane for.
That's what I do with you.
No,
Don't
not
get
into
for
that
fun,
either.
Not to it. No, I ain't. No.
Bungee jumping. Have you ever bungee
Oh.
jumped?
No.
That would be stupid.
Well, it's like I read this story last week. A woman in Brazil. They went to pick her up to throw her over the bridge to bungee jump. They forgot to attach the rope.
Mm-hmm.
They sent her over.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
No rope.
No. So, but if that's a rope on me, I'm going to check the knot.
You know I'm checking behind her.
And that if they were big enough, let me just check the knot. If you think you're big enough to live, I will
Well,
fight you.
they've been charged. There's
No, that
so
would be, well,
they've been charged
yeah,
since then. So they
but she's dead. But
well, yeah, she's dead.
I reckon.
that's kind of like the guy jumped. There was a photographer, and he was really cool. He was a skydiver too. He jumped out of planes,
Mhm.
and he set up to shoot not the helmet camera. He had the real camera, and he was going to do a shoot with other parachute.
But he forgot.
He forgot his parachute.
I reckon.
He got all the gear, heavy gear, not just
Mhm.
little stuff like today. He got everything, and he got right out to the back of the plane, and they were jumping, so he jumped right with them,
Mm-hmm.
and they slowed down, and he kept going.
Kept going. Hey.
The film survived. It was a little 16 millimeter film. They processed it and showed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in
happens.
the San Juan.
It happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
no.
It happens.
Well, I guess it does. I went deer hunting one time.
Mhm.
Well, I've been deer hunting several times. Never had a shot at one.
Mhm.
But I'm in the tree stand.
Mhm.
I took a nap, which is not unusual for me.
Okay.
Things you get bored, I go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Mhm. Wake up.
Got ready to come down, and I've got a 30-06. This is full action model 700 Remington. And I got ready to come down the tree. My buddy came over and he said, "You ready to go?" And I said, "Yeah, this is a dead day."
Mhm.
So I said, I went to unload my rifle. Guess what? Did not have any bullets in it. I had not loaded my rifle. My gun had no bullets in it.
Mhm.
Not one.
Mhm.
Not a single one. I would normally load it after I got the tree stand, but I went to sleep instead.
Mhm. Nothing.
And then I started laughing. I said, "You know what would have happened if this big old buck had walked out there at 30 yards, 50 yards, 100 yards, and I'm sitting in the tree stand, hot dang, zero in on easy shot.
Mhm.
Click. What?"
Mhm.
I would have laughed myself to death at that time. I would have laughed so hard.
Yeah.
That deer would have been laughing with me.
Well, I think I told you last time we had one second lieutenant could come in. We had just gotten hit and everything. Now we're settling in and trying to get the troops to settle down. And, you know, C ration cans.
Yes, I
Right.
know them well.
And he comes along and decides this is the perfect time for him to kick a sea ration can. And when a sea ration can is kicked, it sounds like a spoon flying, you know, when you shot an M1 or
Yeah.
bing, and you throw the clip out, right? Bing, kick the sucker, and every weapon was pointing right at him. I mean, that's like, you know.
Did you ever on those?
I sent him home.
On those cases of sea rations when you had a whole pack.
Yeah.
You know, the jam in it was pretty good. If you got the which jam was the good one? There was one that was really good. The rest of it was
I like
plum.
Plum.
I like I never had the grape.
I like grape.
Plum jam. The plum jam was really good.
That was great.
I like grape too, but the plum jam was good. But any of the other stuff, strawberry, you know what we used to do?
Strawberry shortcake.
No, put it in the fire. After a while,
it'll molt.
Oh, it builds pressure in there, and it explodes. And jam is everywhere.
No.
Just smear it on a tent and meet pants.
Yeah, see, you were in them troops. I had to smack you upside your head.
I was gone when it happened, but you could hear it when it went
throw
off.
something at you. I throw something at you. You messing with the food like that, blowing chow up. You guys doing crazy stuff. Private McGillicuddy, that's what we call you. McGillicuddy.
But anyway, try that sometime.
But no.
Okay.
But you would have. Yeah, I think you guys would have enjoyed being up in D.C. for this operation, but because it was a mess, though. It really was, like I said, around the Lincoln Memorial and all that other stuff. It was just trucks and this and getting ready for the WWE thing, you know. So we had to weave through it to get to where we were going, took care of our business and stuff as well. So it worked out well.
Right.
It worked out quite well.
Good. I'm glad it went well. You're back home safe.
Back home safe and sound, and like I say, Sergeant Lopez will be having it next year on his own. I reckon. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll definitely be looking for him.
I told him to come back and told you know who I showed you who to talk to. So
Right.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, the round of showers is pretty much passing us.
Yes.
There's another one, slight one, small, in the background. It may or may not do anything here because it's just petering out as it goes along. That's not a good thing, dang it.
Wow.
And we're not going to get anything.
I don't know, Rayford.
That little blast that just came through.
Look at the blast around 11:20.
11:20.
From about 10:35 to 11:20. Looks like we'll be in a band. So we'll see. I think we're going to get a little bit.
It's going towards the northeast away.
I don't know what you're looking at, look.
I'm looking at the radar.
I'm looking at the radar too.
Well, I'm looking at the crops out there. They're looking good with the rain. It's going to be nice for the crops, that's for sure.
That one's late. It hasn't updated.
I just turned it on.
That doesn't matter. Trust me.
Mr. Weather Authority.
It's getting ready to.
We're going to get rain. Look at that huge band off the ocean, out in the ocean.
That's not going to help us.
I know that, but I'm just saying, look at
That's why I
that.
said don't go. How many times did I say don't go?
Keep your boats in.
I've said just don't go.
Just don't go.
What else do you need to know? Don't go.
Hourly, 9 a.m., 100% chance of rain. 10 a.m., 100% chance of rain. 11 a.m., 90%. 12, 80%. 1, 80%. 2, 60%.
What's your next project?
And then it's out.
What's your next project? Go home?
My next project is to shut down. That's it. Let's just say to close out our 501c3 nonprofit activities the way we're doing them. I'm thinking of shifting from the format we've been dealing with because that takes a lot of whining and doing, and shift to the format of the Bill and Belinda Gates format. So, and Bill and Belinda Gates Foundation itself does work forward, but they don't necessarily have to be the ones out there rolling their sleeves up doing it. So that's the route I think I'll go with Mrs. Mayfield in the future, because I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. I like helping.
Keeps you going. It
Yeah.
keeps you alive,
It-
keeps you going.
It's an altruistic thing. It's a part of my system. It's a part of my feeling.
You'd be bored otherwise.
Probably, you know.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, but I chase my wife around the house.
I got a lot.
Hello,
I
come here, girl.
I got some
Sure
wood
you
on.
will.
I got some wood on the trailer out there. I gotta take off and stack up. You want to do that?
Hey,
Excuse me.
No.
don't make me say that. Don't listen to me on air.
Nah, you don't want to do that.
I'm not interested in doing any labor. You know. That's what,
Oh,
no, I'll help you though. If you need some help, you call me. I got you.
you'll
I'll
find
back you.
Lopez and send him over, right?
I'll back you up myself. I enjoy work. I'm like you. I enjoy good work.
I enjoy work. Looking at it, it's fun.
I enjoy doing it. I like cutting my grass. I like, cleaning up and doing things like that. But like I say, when I look at the volume of it that I have to do now, that's the other part of it. So
I hate lawns. I hate mowing.
I love it.
Why? Because as a little kid, I had to mow a lawn. This yard here was really big. It was bigger then before the grass in it. The lawnmower, push the lawnmower. Here's the handlebars for me.
Yeah.
Up here, I'm pushing like this.
I know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude.
And my mother, every time it rained, she went out and put fertilizer and stuff on the lawn so it would grow faster. Like, stop!
Oh, good.
I need 4 weeks of sunshine, no rain, so it could kill this stuff.
Well, no, at least
Brown grass was pretty to me.
Your mom, your mom had the right idea.
Oh, she didn't know.
Yes, she did
She could be
too.
working.
I know. It says having a lawn if you're going to have a lawn.
That's right. Planted in something you can
That's
eat.
what it says. Go ahead and cement that sucker up if you're going to have a lawn. Just make it green.
Green concrete's pretty.
No, that's what not for me. I want my lawn. I want some nature out there. So
Okay, we got prisoners. Have you heard my story about what we need? We're overcrowded in the prison system.
Right.
okay, now you're talking about other MOS.
Okay, let me tell you how to handle this. We keep sinking a lot of our ships when we decommission them. We sank either the America or the Kennedy. I forgot which.
Mhm.
The other one we blew up or cut it up or did something.
Mhm.
An aircraft carrier,
Right. A bunch of
decommissioned,
them down there.
a decommissioned aircraft carrier holds 5,000 men as a normal complement. That's a complement with airplanes. Take the airplanes off. Put about 3 feet of soil on top of that aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Build a lawn.
Okay.
Let them plant stuff on it. Take that sucker out 50 miles offshore and anchor it.
Okay.
There are no engines in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need guards. You just need inmates with the baddest of the bad. Y'all need to grow your food because you're not going to get a whole lot. We'll drop you some. But we have flyovers every day. Coast Guard flies over every day. And all they do is drop trash in the water. Trash being food, disposed food, all around that ship. Sharks feed on it.
Mm-hmm.
Give every prisoner a fishing pole when they come on board. Did you catch some fresh fish too?
You can eat shark.
You can eat shark, you can eat whatever you can catch and bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to swim. No boats are going to come. There's alarms that will go off, and any vessel gets within a mile of our city, and then we send out the men.
Self-sustaining. Let it regenerate its own water.
Yeah, of course, it's desalinization plants.
Colonization. All we're talking is colonization.
It's a penal colony since we don't have another Australia.
Exactly.
We
Same thing.
North Carolina's got 20,000 bad people in the prison system.
And the only problem.
Take out 5,000 of the baddest of the bad and put them out there.
No.
And the only problem is what?
They'll
Leadership. The problem is leadership. The problem is going to be leadership. Who's going to lead this? And what kind of mentality are they going to have? And that's the other side of policing it. Because if you got some idiot up there that's going crazy with this, I'm this and I'm that, and start bullying people and
that's
messing
the
with
ocean
it even
and the
more.
sharks that are going to try
I'm
to.
saying they're already there as punishment. Now, if I'm going to come and add more punishment to it, now we've got another problem. Because especially if they get loose.
Well,
If they get
the whole
loose.
idea is they're not going to get loose.
Maybe not. That's what they say. Ain't nothing been.
There's
They're
nothing yet, but
what they say. Ain't a horse that can't be rode, and ain't a rider that can't be thrown. Right?
Yep.
So they've had all kind of escape-proof prisons that people have escaped from.
Yep.
So
I've never tried this one, have I?
I'm not interested in trying. I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
If you were out there, you'd be there forever because you won't go get in that water, would you?
I don't want to get. I don't want to be a guard. I don't want to be a prisoner. I don't want to be the guard. I don't want nothing to do with it. I've done that.
Just be chill. Just chill.
No.
I think it would be an ideal solution.
Yeah.
Put 5,000 people on it.
Yeah.
Every state can take 5,000 people, and they're
Yeah. Yeah.
You drop them a bag of food from time to time, or whatever they need. Let them grow, and first, the environment out there, 50 miles offshore, is different than it is here.
Sure.
It's more tropical all the time.
Oh, yes.
All the time.
Bigger waves.
They don't string.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's an idea. It's certainly an idea. And it's an idea that somebody's already done anyway. You can bet your behind on that.
I haven't seen it.
Well, you haven't seen it. That doesn't mean it isn't done. You know, that doesn't mean it isn't done because you don't see it. Because if you imagined it, you can bet your behind somebody else has already done it.
We could do that, or we'll put them in submarines and sink them.
Well, that too. See,
There's a problem with running out of air, but
no, I got you. I'm just saying similar ideas, right? Yeah, so that sounds like some of the World War II stuff. Okay.
Real quick, I want to put out a PSA before we run out of time.
Okay.
And I posted it yesterday on our Facebook page. There is a fake flyer on the internet and on social media that looks like it is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA. It says, get free athletic shoes from the VA, and it shows all this other stuff. It is fake. It is a fraud. It is not real. It is, do not click on it. Do not sign up for free shoes. You're not going to get free shoes. It's a fake. If you have any questions, call your VA.
And at some point in time, they're going to ask you for your credit card number.
And do not call the number that's on the flyer, though.
Nope.
Look up the VA through other channels and get the real VA number. But this is a fake flyer. And thank you to Paul Levesque for sending it so we could put it out. I did post it yesterday.
Yes.
Be careful.
So, fake.
There ain't a whole lot free out there, y'all.
No,
Yeah.
Not a whole lot free.
but
A lot of stupidity is free.
It looks like it's from the VA,
it looks like
doesn't
it
it?
does. It does.
Official.
Mhm. Yeah, that top level,
Yes.
like the VA
Yes.
We'll call the number. Let's see where they are.
All right, wait a minute. I can't
Not
see.
there, over here on this phone.
I know. I've got to see if I can see the number. Questions?
BR 549.
Yeah, jump on. Listen.
I can't see the number. Wait, I can look it up here. Let me go to our post. That's what I felt like last night on that ham radio net last night with all the questions. I was like going, is this Jeopardy? All right, okay.
Yeah.
1-800.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I think it's 1-800-698. Well, it's blurry.
Yeah.
Everything else you can
they
read.
got the VA insignia up there and everything, huh?
698 2411. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's not. It's the flyer. It's not me. All right. So
Yeah. Call them and see what they got.
let's do it. Oh, forgot. You have to take the
You're on
headphones
line
off.
one, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
698
Let me know as soon as you connect.
2411.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Press 7 now to be connected to the Veterans Crisis Line. Or you may hang up and dial 988 and then press 1. For Mission Act General Inquiries, Community Health Care, or Urgent Care information, press 1. For issues around healthcare eligibility, enrollment or payments related to healthcare, press 2. If you are already enrolled in VA healthcare and want to connect to your local VA medical center, press 3. For questions related to burial benefits,
I just
payments,
read.
scheduling, and
It
cemetery,
says, please note that although the flyer lists the My VA 1-800 number, the flyer itself is not authorized to promote or use it. So the number is legit.
Number's legit. Everything else is fake.
Yes.
So how am I supposed to submit something to get my free shoes?
Free shoes. What are shoes?
That's a good question.
I want my free shoes.
With my shoes.
Tell them I want one in one size, one the other, do different colors.
How do you get your free shoes? Talk to your VA. Get an order placed.
I guess what I would do is take this flyer, print it, go to the VA office over here and say, what is this?
I want my shoes.
What are my
That's
shoes?
what I do.
If it's really a legit program, they would know here at the VA.
Right.
Okay. Well, you got it from Paul?
What's that?
You got it from Paul?
Paul Levesque.
Okay.
He sent it out
He knows his
through the
face. He
media
knows already
sources.
checked, so it's
He
easy.
knows.
If you get
he
it,
knows.
forget it.
Yeah,
Right.
if he's yeah.
Okay. Sergeant Mayor,
Yes, sir.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so
Thank
much.
you, and thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to come in and share this information with you when
We
it occurs.
appreciate you.
And
My wife used to teach swimming, so she'll expect you at the pool once the YMCA is open,
I wouldn't mind that.
and then
If
she'll
she can
teach you.
teach you.
And then she'll
I
teach you.
wouldn't-
She can teach you to swim.
I wouldn't mind that either. I
She
wouldn't mind.
taught a lot of little
somebody
kids to swim
You'll be on
around
the-
here.
Speaking of the YMCA, they're
I'm
going to
just
be on
a-
our show
I'm just
next
a big
week.
little kid. That's all.
That's it. No difference.
And I'll cry like a son of a gun if you give me that daggum water underneath me and I can't get out.
Well, she will help you get out of the water.
Let me out.
Throw some seaweed in there and I'll cry too.
Let me out. I can see it now. I can see it right now.
I thought
I can
I
see
had
it now
a,
with a wet sock hitting me over
I
there.
thought I
Get
had
in that
a
water.
brave Marine in here.
What? What's that got down?
Marine.
You're not gonna
That's
say me.
Marine.
You can talk all that smack you want to.
Marine.
You're not gonna say me.
Marine. I thought
You're
you
not
were-
gonna say me in the job.
I thought you were Marine.
I am.
Marine.
Anyway.
Something Marine means
I am.
water.
I know what it means.
It's maritime.
Have a great weekend, everyone, and
I
be
know.
careful
I
today.
I know what it means.
Okay, get live and local. We'll talk a heck of a Friday. Thank y'all. Thank
Yes, indeed.
And
Thank you guys.
we might see you Monday. Be safe this weekend. If you run into any rain on the road, thank God for it because we need it. But slow your butts down.
Yes, please.
And if you can read the license plate in front of you,
Way too close.
you're way too close. See you Monday morning. Have a great weekend. If anything breaks, we'll post it. Bye.